I'm Prateek. I'm the CEO of Generation Singapore. The program that we are launching today is called Get Ready SG. It is co-created by Microsoft Singapore and Generation Singapore. We are partnering with several government agencies, IMDA, Skills Future, and DISG to bring together an initiative that can upskill and help up to 1,000 Singaporeans to get into tech careers over the next 2-year period. So since the pandemic, there have been several changes in the way skilling and employment programs are seen and perceived by both job seekers and employers around the world. One specific trend that we have noticed is employers are actually looking beyond the usual qualification-based hiring to a more skills and competency-based hiring in the market. And Generation is working with such employers globally to try and address that need. And how can we help millions of people who have been displaced because of pandemic to get reskilled in job areas that are in demand? So that is an additional intervention that we had to do over and above innovating on our own delivery methodology, which itself had to go through in a rapid transformation because of the pandemic. The current trends in skilling and upskilling have actually demonstrated how quickly a pandemic, sort of a global phenomena, can change the way people view the world of education and employment. In our experience, we are now seeing a broader acceptability among both job seekers and employers for short-term, fit-for-purpose skilling programs that can prepare people to become job ready at the beginning of their career. Earlier, we used to constantly hear from employers that they were looking for prior experience or education qualifications to be able to apply and excel in their companies. But now, because of the pandemic, it has created an imbalance in the market. There are certain sectors that are offloading people, whereas there are other sectors such as technology, healthcare, that are growing rapidly despite the pandemic. And the imbalance is also reflected in the availability of skills among the talent in the market versus the skills that are required by the companies. And so we're seeing companies being more flexible and more open to embracing programs that can rapidly upskill someone with no prior background in that industry to becoming a new entrant into the particular industry. At the same time, even the job seekers are looking for opportunities to upskill themselves as they realize that the pandemic is a great opportunity for them. Even though they might not be in the job workforce at the moment, this can be a good time for them to upskill and move up in terms of their career. And hopefully when the market is back, they can actually be ready to take on a new opportunity or a challenge in their careers. So to summarize the trends, I would say, number one, there is a greater acceptability of skilling programs that are linked to employment. Number two, companies are looking for and more open to hiring non-traditional profiles of job seekers that they may not be considering before the pandemic. Number three, there is a greater need for customizing the skilling programs for the changing world. For example, we now have to focus a lot more on remote learning as well as remote upskilling, which is a challenge in itself. And there is a greater sort of effort and emphasis from across the industries to make the remote work and remote learning happen in a productive way. Those are my summaries of what are the trends that we're seeing globally. To participate in the National Skills Initiative and collaborate with Microsoft was a natural option for Generation. Generation has a social mission to help train and prepare individuals who have significant barriers to employment to get into meaningful careers. And Microsoft's global commitment to train more individuals globally in digital skills through the Global Skills Initiative, as well as Microsoft Singapore's commitment to keep people at the heart of digital transformation, makes Generation and Microsoft natural partners to come together and devise something collaboratively that can address the problems of the industry. We hope that the potential applicants of this program come in with a clear intention of making a career in technology. We want the applicants to walk in with a lot of motivation, openness to learning something new, and the drive to put in the hours, to put in the effort to actually pick up these skills in a short amount of time. We are not looking for applicants to come in with prior experience or prior education necessarily in technology already. Having said that, it is important for applicants to understand what are the different pathways that are there in the technology career and how can they sort of train themselves and upskill themselves and what career path will fit them better, that kind of clarity will help the applicants to really commit themselves upfront and make the most of the program that we are offering. We are focusing on 3 types of skills in all our programs. We call them technical skills, behavioral skills, and mindsets. Technical and domain skills are usually specific to the job role that we are training applicants in. In this current program, we are launching 3 domains: cloud computing, data engineering, and software development. We cover 4 core mindsets as part of all our programs. They include growth mindset, personal responsibility, future orientation, and persistence. We believe these 4 core mindsets are essential to be successful in any tech career, irrespective of the domain. So these are the 3 kinds of skills that we would focus on once the applicants come in to us for a specific program. In addition, we also help the participants to improve their personal branding, provide them with job search skills, which include resume preparation, LinkedIn networking, as well as how can you tell a story to convince a potential employer to hire you. So these are the skills that we would be covering as part of this particular program. Soft skills are at the core of most of the jobs that are coming up in the future. Even though when you look at the job descriptions, it might seem like there's a lot of technical skills in it, our experience working with several employers show us that a typical difference between a high performer and others in a particular job is usually on soft skills. And that is why in all our programs in Generation, we integrate soft skills seamlessly with technical skills when applicant is going through the training program. The reason this integration is important is in real life, you would be using all the skills at once in a real life scenario. Hence, we believe these skills should not be taught separately. There should be opportunity for our participants to apply a combination of soft skills and technical skills in their real work scenario. We do that by practicing several real work scenarios that we have gathered from our employers through role plays, simulations, case studies, and these really help our participants gain an insight into how the actual work would be even before they get into the job. Once the learners get into the apprenticeship phase, which is the second phase of our training program, there we actually work with the supervisors of the companies to make sure that the emphasis on soft skills continue even as the participants are going through their on-the-job training. We believe at the end of the day, when our participants successfully graduate from our program and pick up their jobs, they're able to continue to stand out from the rest in terms of their ability to showcase soft skills and continue to grow in their career on the basis of the edge that they've gained, especially in soft skills. I really think that the success of our initiative can play a critical role in reducing unemployment in Singapore and globally as well. What we are looking at here is designing a particular program which is specifically addressing the need of the employers and keeping in mind employability from day one. So we already have employers who have signed up saying that they would be interested to hiring from this program. And that gives us an edge to make sure that the placement rate for a graduate from our program will be very high compared to what one would see in a program that might not have the employer linkage already existing. We believe that the success of our initiative can lead to replication of our model in other sectors and other industries within Singapore, creating a larger system level impact and helping Singapore reduce its unemployment rates even further. If you're an employer looking to hire from Get Ready SG initiative, you are likely to save your internal investment in training, onboarding, and hiring new talent. First of all the participants that will be part of the initiative would have been pre-screened for mindset and aptitude fit for a particular job role, which will directly reduce the internal hiring and screening cost or the time that is required for hiring and screening at your company. Secondly, even after you go ahead and hire our graduates, you will find our graduates to be more job ready because of the training that they've gone through, which essentially was designed based on the specific needs of the industry. As a result, you will also find that a graduate from this particular initiative is likely to get productive faster, stay in the job longer, and continue to grow as a lifelong learner within your organization. What excites me most about our initiative is the way such diverse group of organizations have come together to help job seekers in Singapore get to a place which otherwise would have been very hard for them in their career. I'm extremely excited to be working with government, with Microsoft's partner and customer ecosystem to really put together something that job seekers will find it very useful and something that can actually guide them step by step on their way of job search. And this can also prove to be a model for future such programs that government and private sector players can actually adopt by learning from our experience in this particular initiative. We believe that the success of our initiative can lead to other such initiatives coming up, or can lead to other such initiatives being adopted by government and private sector leaders, private sector companies in future to help job seekers in Singapore.